elusive space and time, end of an age, end of a cage, end of a paradigm, in body bound where it can't be found. We carry them along. It isn't far, it is a garden, it is where we are one. Can't you feel it? It must be home. You can't miss something you've never known. Hearts in the world are waiting, awakening. Ah, yeah, ah, yeah. Hearts in the world are waiting, waiting. Could you please help me find something I misplaced? Seems I saw it last on a stranger's face, like sunlight through the rain. I saw that look, a soul intact. I knew it well and I wanted it back. Chasing after rainbows, I strung luck along. Mostly got more than I gave. Is that so wrong? I know that I've been fortunate, but where in the world is that part of me that had all the answers and felt so free? The moon, I'll hitchhike to the moon. Open up my heart again, talk with my reflective friend. There beyond the weight of all the world, I'll find my way back home to this old girl. Maybe I like things with less gravity. No one's saying how things have to be. I'll rise up past the atmosphere head straight for the shuttle's run, display my sign and stick out my thumb. The moon, I'll hitchhike to the moon. Open up my heart again, talk with my reflective friend. There beyond the weight of all the world, I'll find my way back home to this old girl. The moon, the moon, the moon.
Good morning. Welcome to All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Susan Caldwell. I'm the Director of Religious Education here. Our minister is the Reverend Barbara Gerald. She has been away on vacation/study leave. And while she's been away, she's been rather busy. She's actually one of the winners of the Kerrville Folk Festival Emerging Songwriters. And there were a group of us here watching the concert together yesterday, and you did a remarkable job, Reverend Barbara. I don't know when or if you'll watch this, but we love you, and we're so happy that what we've known for a long time is being recognized in the wider world. Whatever your age, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, ethnicity, background, political affiliation, if you believe in the humanity of others, whatever identities form the complex and wonderful person that you are, if you care to worship with us, you are welcome. In this faith community, we are united not by a specific creed or belief, but by our covenant, by the sacred promises we make to each other for the way that we will be together in community, and to call each other back into community if and when we may step out of that. We live remembering that we need not think alike to love alike. We run a lot of announcements on the screen before the service, and I'll just interject that all of the music that played this morning is Reverend Barbara's original music. If you missed the announcements, you can always catch them later on our Facebook page. You do not have to be a Facebook member or subscriber in order to access our page. It's all public. And we do like to highlight just a few, and so I'm going to ask our board person of the day, Rebecca Tuggle, to come up and do that.
Thank you, Susan. Sure. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to start with Volunteer of the Month, which for the month of June is Deborah Warren, one of our board members, who does an awful lot for this community and this church. And I might take too long going into all that, but Deborah, congratulations. She's up there in the choir loft. She didn't want me to point her out, but I'm not going to make her stand up, I promised. For Give Away the Plate this month, this is June. June is Pride Month, and in honor of that, we have chosen the Philadelphia Center. They are the HIV/AIDS Resource Center for Northwestern Louisiana. They cover 9 parishes, including Caddo and Bossier. They give a whole range of services, including no-cost confidential STI testing for anyone. Want to mention next Saturday, the 10th, is going to be Building and Grounds Day. We can use all the help that we can get, and that includes me. I need to drag myself out here. It's from 10 to 2. We are basically the ones that are responsible for keeping up this building and these grounds, and we need as much help as we can get, so please come out and join us. Thursday evenings at 5 are the Highland Blessing Dinners. If you've never been to one, it's a wonderful experience. You either be a server or a table host, and you get to sit down and eat a meal with people who generally don't get a chance to have a nice sit-down family-style dinner. We're there at 5, we're out of there by 7, and that includes cleanup and putting everything away. So if you can, it would be wonderful if you could be there on Thursdays. Our first Thursday is for us. We generally host that one, but any Thursday is good. All right, thank you.
Thank you, and I think I still have the outgoing board listed on the order of service, so I'll try to make those changes by next week. I did want to mention this Thursday at the Caddo Parish Commission meeting, they are set, finally, it feels like Groundhog Day, because it feels like I've said this a couple of times, but they are set to vote on seed funding for the Community Lighthouse project. Community Lighthouse is a resilience hub for when the grid goes down, whether because of ice and snow or because of tornadoes or hurricanes or whatever, but we know that's happening a lot more often lately. And this would be a solar-powered hub where people could come get warm or get cool, charge their phones. It would be kind of a central place for just making sure that people in the neighborhood are okay, distributing portable batteries where necessary, where people need it for medical devices or to keep medications cool or whatever. If you want to know more about it, please talk to me afterward. But we'd really love, yeah, and I know we can go into a whole thing about how civic meetings don't meet the needs of people with a work schedule, but it's 3:30 in the afternoon on Thursday for anybody who has the flexibility to be able to make it. It's at Government Plaza, which is downtown, 500 Travis Street. And we are taking sign-ups. We're asking people to sign up in support. And if you are going to attend the meeting in person, there's a little checkbox to the right. So if you didn't sign up last week, I think we have 33 signatures altogether so far. If you didn't sign up, I think we said we would bring 50 signatures and 16 people. So we're a little bit more behind on people than we are on signatures, but we can still kind of catch up on both. So I'm going to pass this around. And I also did want to mention, next week in the religious education wing is tie-dye. This is our traditional tie-dye Sunday. We have called it in the past tie-dye for dads and other grown-ups, because sometimes kids like to do a tie-dye shirt for their dad. You can do a tie-dye shirt for yourself, for anybody. It's for the kids, but of course that's something that grown-ups a lot of times like to help with, because they can also do a shirt of their own while they're helping the kids. So I think Ash McLean is going to be helping with that, and so if you can help him out, that would be really wonderful. And finally, in the pulpit next week is Reverend Joy Walker, and so she's been incredibly well received when she has spoken before, so we look forward to that. And with that, let us enter a spirit of worship. We are grateful to mark time with seasons, to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries, or to gather as family or chosen family to remember loved ones. In all of these seasons, may we give thanks for the breath of life, ever mindful of the fragile nature of existence. May we live fully in each moment. In this summer, this season of growing, when we are often nurtured by the rain and occasionally concerned that it will sweep us away. In this summer, when we are often challenged by heat and drought and the knowledge that these extremes are a warning to all of us to save and protect our earth. And even as we are called to that work of cherishing and protecting the web of life, may we also know that we need a season to cherish and protect ourselves, to slow down, to spend some plain old lazy time with loved ones or alone, even if it's an hour here and there. As we move through the seasons of this place and the seasons of our spirit, we gather in mystery and in the bonds of beloved community. May we radiate love both within and beyond these walls, this day and all the days to come, caring for those we love and for those we have yet to meet. Now this morning, I want to turn the tables a little bit and ask some grown-ups to come and help lead the chalice lighting, because we've been depending so much on the kids. And come on, y'all know this. I see you do it every week. Kevin's going to recruit. All right, you ready?
Ready.
We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together, with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other. Good job, y'all. Thank you. In the light of the chalice this morning, and I think somebody filled it after I did, so this could be really exciting. Oh, yeah. It's science, y'all. We're going to watch it. Goethe wrote, "If not the eye was like the sun, it could not see the sun's majestic shine. If not God's magic was in everyone, who could rejoice over anything divine?" And inspired by that, Dorothea Kaufman wrote, "From the bottom of my very existence, I am pervaded with light energy, shining colors to my eye, warmth to my skin, inspiration to my soul. In this unity of creative sparks and sparkling creation, life unfolds. Let us open our senses to the light within and around us and send it out with shining examples into the world." If you'll join me for the unison affirmation, if you'll rise in body or spirit, the words should be on the screen and in the printed order. And I think all of the words are there this time. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. Our opening hymn is When the Spirit Says Do, and I've asked some members of the choir to help me lead it. And after this first verse, the words are going to be kind of basic on the screen, just to remind you of what you're doing. You'll know this.
Well, it's
This way. Closer to the mic. Okay. Intro.
Spirit says do. You got to do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you got to do. Oh Lord, you got to do when the Spirit says do. 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 Spirit says do.
What? I have the wrong page for the wrong.
Uh-oh.
I am so sorry. When the Spirit says do, you got to do. Are you ready?
When the Spirit says do, you got to do. Oh, you got to do when the Spirit says do. 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 Sing when the Spirit says sing. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you got to sing. Oh Lord, you got to sing when the Spirit says sing. Spirit says sing. Spirit says sing. laugh. You got to laugh when the Spirit says laugh. When the Spirit says laugh, you got to laugh. Oh Lord, you got to laugh when the Spirit says laugh. 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 You got to shout when the Spirit says shout. You got to shout when the Spirit says shout. When the Spirit says shout, you got to shout it out. You got to shout when the Spirit says shout. 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 You got to do when the Spirit says do. You've got to do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you've got to do. Oh Lord, you've got to do when the Spirit says do. 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 Spirit says
I've said it before, the Amish leave purposeful mistakes in their quilts because it's the hole that lets the spirit in. So that was a very spirit-filled rendition. So I have asked folks this morning to bring an object that represents summer to them. And is the picture up, or was it up? Okay. And first of all, I wanted to know how many people did bring something. I just want to know. Cool. Okay. All right. That's great. Just kind of wanted to know. And if you decide, as you hear their stories, that maybe you have a story that's short, I'm talking like, a minute or less, then we'd love to add you to the program in an impromptu fashion. But I wanted to talk about a pool noodle. And I didn't just pick the pool noodle because there are so many of them, right here and so handy. I picked the pool noodle because, for one thing, a pool noodle makes a great lightsaber. You cut it in half, attach it to a piece of PVC pipe. It can be decorated in any way, and I used to, for years, summer for me, part of summer was doing children and youth programming at what was called SWUSI, the Southwest UU Summer Institute, then was called The Point for a while, and now is called SWUSI again, and has moved to U-Bar-U in the Texas Hill Country. But the kids that you saw on the screen, they're all in college or later by now, but that was the middle school group that did Jedi Academy. And part of what they did was make lightsabers, and they got to go outside and kind of practice different fencing moves and stuff. We had a couple of teachers that were really familiar with that kind of stuff and taught them different things. And they learned all these principles about how the Force is with you and how you use the Force. Tying that in with Unitarian Universalist spiritualities. And then, of course, I have used the pool noodles for their intended purpose as well. I have floated on pool noodles by myself in lakes, in pools. I know Lee Eddy mentioned a couple of weeks ago here how floating can be something that restores your soul, how being in water can be something that restores your soul, and that is definitely true for me. And I've also floated on a pool noodle in Kathy Osach's pool and had great conversations with some of you. So it's been both an alone restorative thing, but also a community restorative thing for me. And finally, the humble pool noodle helped us figure out distance when we first came back together in person. You may remember it was for Gretchen's and Eleanor's graduation. We were out front doing an outdoor service, and we were trying to figure out how certain rituals that we wanted to do where we used to hold hands, how were we going to do that? And we figured out that pool noodles make great arches and great tunnels, and we'll get to experience that a little bit later. But I just wanted to share my story, and I look forward to the other stories that will be shared with us today. And now I'd like to invite Ava Kate to join us up here and as we enter a spirit of meditation.
Hi, my name is Ava, and I am here to do a meditation with you all. Imagine you are in a float in the middle of the ocean. If you don't like the ocean, think of a different body of water that you like. What do you smell? What do you feel? Are you floating or swimming in your float? Do you smell the salty tang of the ocean or the murky bottom of the lake? Imagine the sun rays covering your body in warmth and light. Take 3 deep breaths with me as we sum up this meditation and soak in the sunlight and water. Thank you, and have a good day.
You've been disturbed, I can feel you regressing. The city is pressing your peace of mind. My love's the air hole through which you've been breathing. Our dreams are just teething, give them some time. Then we'll sit outside on a starry night, under moon and firelight, watch a stream flowing out of sight and share a country breeze. We won't recall all the things that abhorred us. The people who bored us won't be around. Trucks, cars, and motorbikes, all of the neighbors' fights, gone so the deer make the only sound. As we sit outside on a starry night, under moon and firelight, watch a stream flowing out of sight and share a country breeze. wishes and fancies will reach understanding. We'll soon be commanding our own affairs. Plant life and wildlife will breed our new lifestyle. All this in a short while, so why despair? Soon we'll sit outside any given night, scratch my back more to the right, check that pole, think we've got a bite, and pass the coffee, please. Sit outside on a starry night, under moon and firelight, watch a stream flowing out of sight and share a country breeze.
So when I asked for folks to share this week, I asked that they bring something that for them represented summer, and it could be something, a wonderful souvenir or memory from a past summer, something they were hoping for and expecting from this coming summer, or just something that elicits that feeling of summer. And so I'd like to invite the Russell Peck family, or whichever contingent of them is going to share with us. Over here or over there, either way. You go.
Hi, my name is Jackson. I brought salt water because of the ocean.
Thank you.
As you all know, my name is Ava, and I brought a slide because because of the harsh ground and sidewalk, because of the heat, and I don't get burned.
Makes sense.
All right, I brought salt to symbolize salt water, where I love to be in the summer as much as I can, to symbolize salty sweat because we are in Louisiana. And it reminds me of putting salt on summer produce, like watermelons, tomatoes, and for some reason it brought up a memory of shelling purple hull peas with my grandmother as a kid, which was always a summer ritual. So, thank you.
Thank you. And Joy, would you like to share with us?
Hi, I'm Joy. I brought a really old map. This is the map of the Boundary Waters. It's a body of lakes up in northern Minnesota, borders Canada. My father, who passed away 10 years ago, took lots of Boy Scout troops through the Boundary Waters, and then I was lucky enough to get to go with him and some of my other family members the year that I graduated high school, and Dad was in his 70s, and mostly just came along for the ride, but it was a really incredible experience. And then 5 years ago, my own family got to go with my next closest brother and his girls, and this summer, but our youngest, Emmett, didn't get to go. He was too little. And this summer we're going to go back again, and this time he's going to be able to go. So this is actually my dad's map from 1977, so it predates me, but I'm really excited to get to go back and enjoy that beautiful, beautiful, untouched place in the world. Thank you.
Did anyone else have something they'd like to share? Well, I thank you all who did, and we've moved through the seasons this year, such as they are in Louisiana, and in a minute we'll do something that symbolizes that journey through the year, and for that matter, through a lifetime. But first, I did want to remind you that just as now we mark the end of the church year and the beginning of summer with these festivities, we gather in August to mark the end of summer. And when we do, we have something that's called water ceremony or water communion. It's kind of a tradition throughout Unitarian Universalist churches where you bring water from your summer experiences, and it doesn't have to be a travel log. If you can't go anywhere big and far and exciting this summer, that's okay. It can be from your kitchen sink. It can be from a puddle where you watch tadpoles with your grandchild, or it can be from any water source that meant something to you over the summer. So whether you do travel or whether you stay right here in this community, think about where you might collect some water that represents your summer. We do always have symbolic water on hand if you forget, but we pour the water into a common vessel. Nobody drinks this water. I want to make that clear. We do boil it and filter it, and we use it in rituals. We use it for child dedications. Again, the children don't drink it, but a lot of times we'll take a rose and just touch their forehead as part of the dedication ritual. Or we've given it to our seniors when they've graduated. We've given them a little vial, in a keychain. So that they take a part of the water with them. So just keep that in the back of your mind as you go through your summer experiences. And so right now, we're going to do something we do every year, and we've been thinking that we want to get at least part of this on camera. So what we may do, Bennett, is we'll start and let everybody kind of participate and not put it on camera, and then at a certain point we'll say, okay, we're just going to film it for a little bit so that people at home can kind of be part of the experience. And if you don't want to be on camera, you can kind of step away at that point. We're not going to take a close-up of anybody, okay? So on camera doesn't necessarily mean that people will identify you, okay? So no worries. So what we're going to do, a long time ago, before I was the director of religious education, and I was on the RE committee, the religious education committee, and she wasn't Reverend Barbara yet, but Barbara and Cherry Groves and I came up with, we were thinking about the letters, I'm a you, are you, like I am a you, are you, right? And in a fit of total insanity, silliness, call it what you want, we said that not only does that say, I'm a you, are you, but it says what? Do you remember? Ima uru, that's right. So that's our chant that we do, and what we do is we do a tunnel. We'll have a couple of the bravest adults come up and start the tunnel, and you're going to find a pool noodle and a partner, okay? And you're going to hold your noodle in an arch. Let me get a couple of people to help me demonstrate. So they're going to stand right here. And then the next two people that's, yeah. That way we won't have an excess. All right, you ready? Ema. You know, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the service, this service, if this is your first time here, I promise this service is not like every other. This is kind of a special deal that we do every year, and we appreciate your willingness to join us. Our closing hymn, we will sing When Our Heart is in a Holy Place, which is 10:08 in the teal, and I think the words will be on the screen. And I'll ask the choir to come help. You may rise in body or spirit.
When our heart is in a holy are blessed with love and amazing grace when our heart is in a holy place. When we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's arms, and our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the Lord deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our hearts stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith. When our heart is in a holy place, a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place. Nice.
I got kind of lost on that. Me too. Thank the choir members for helping out with that. Blessed to witness once again the turning of the seasons, we await an additional blessing from above. And for this, may we be truly thankful. Amen. Ashe, blessed be. Go in peace. Take with you, if you are very young, if you are maybe young at heart or have someone very young at home, you may take the blessing with you. Otherwise, enjoy it while you're here and leave it here. You'll understand. Thank you.